Rapid Response Team Alpha, Security Chief Blanchard. How copy? I've barricaded the command center. Got a little dinged up, but I'll live. See if there's anyone left to save. Body cam's live. I'll keep eyes on you.
Max armor.
Blanchard Alpha. 3 Janus science staffers are missing somewhere in your AO. Locate and extract. Counting on your expertise to end this outbreak.
Dead meat, buddy.
For a team that didn't expect to take on the apocalypse today, you're handling this well.
What's going on, random bot?
Bonus points.
Black Ops 6, Zombies, Liberty Falls. Trying to get some of those Dark Ops calling cards. Appreciate it. What you play?
Sleep with the worms.
I want to fucking upgrade everything. Yeah, what do you play? Okay. What's your favorite one?
Double points.
Yeah, Black Ops 6.
Knock your block clean off.
What do you play it on? I know, right?
Said me true. Random bot. Said I play on PC.
Come on. One of these days I'll get there. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Alright now, don't make fun of my music now. Don't make fun of my music. Let's see. Hold on. Come on.
Random bot. Said no, I ain't gonna make fun.
Well,
Tear them to pieces.
Grizzly Beast 527. Said you're good homie. Everything is enjoyable.
Watch your
well,
six. There's
thing
gotta be
is,
more
I don't know how
drones
that
out there.
copyright crap will end up.
Grizzly Beast 527. Said you gotta take requests though.
Oh, okay.
Said nice. Random bot. Said Rose Spiders.
Yeah, so the card that I'm trying to get, I can't use any guns.
527. Said it's a myth. There's no such thing.
Max ammo.
The thing is, I can't use any gun until I believe it's around 25. But if I don't buy this, I can possibly get 2 cards with 1 game. But I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Now I'm itching for a fight. No, really, why am I so itchy?
Now I need to know if I can pack a punch this damn thing. I don't think I can.
Dead meat, buddy.
I think I can pack a punch.
Said it seems like a fun game. Random bot. Said I used to play classic COS. Random bot. Said COS.
Oh yeah? I used to play them all. I think the last one I like really played was Modern Warfare 2.
Got a whole squad of the maggot mouths.
Can I put a rarity on it? Reach round 25 solo using only melee weapons,
Said
combat
board games
axes.
are fun.
I think I can. I think I can do this.
Burning the corpses over here.
Max armor. Insta kill.
Love, loyalty, and success. Said my Volantons are itchy. Random bot.
Man, what are you gonna do about that, man? That sounds like a bad personal problem.
Like brand new.
Kind of backwards though, man. I don't think I'd be typing if I had that problem.
Love, loyalty, and success.
You know?
Said rolling on the rolling on the floor.
Knock your black queen off.
Bonus points.
Said Jared Zone, have you ever played Ark?
No, but I was gonna look it up after this though. See what it's talking about. All right, 15 more to go. It didn't say I couldn't use those. Come on. Beat.
Random bot.
Pick up windows open.
Said it's basically a survival game in which you have to build a shelter, kill for food, survive in the wilderness. It has features like taming creatures.
What kind of creatures?
Could have been the third baseman with that cannon for an arm.
Assuming it's like a nighttime like game,
Sleep with the worms.
that just gives me like dark vibes.
At this point, I'm just that.
Points.
It's like it's all played at nighttime. Like you get the daylight and lose or something. Okay. Got a little tune in there.
Tear them to pieces.
Exfil Bird headed to refuel.
Oh, no, no, no.
Random mod. Sagittarian. Kill and fight dinosaurs, monsters, and animals. And if you enjoy bugs, they are here too. It's kind of scary during nighttime since it's pitch black. It gives me like a fun/dark vibe.
Yeah. I figured that's what it had going on with
Red meat, buddy.
it. Like, for the longest, I only played this Call of Duty Zombies map because it's in the daylight. I don't know, there's something about those dark maps. I mean, I play them now, but... Can't even.
Well, hello, gorgeous. Mind if I take you out on the town?
Random bot. Said it's only dark during nighttime, and you get plenty of mods for it. For console 2, if you get the newer version of it, which is called Ascended.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look it up. As soon as I hit 25 on here, that's what I'm gonna do.
Fast and efficient, just like West Point taught.
Insta-kill.
No!
Random bot. Said also if you enjoy guns and blood art, it's definitely for you. And has a very
Should have finished the job when you had the chance.
never heard.
Yeah.
Max armor.
This is where it starts to get real fun.
Yeah, I don't know about this one with a knife.
Knock your block clean off.
Said if you ever make
Oh yeah.
Bonus points.
Now how am I gonna beat this thing with this damn pipe?
Fucking horseshoes and hand grenades, assholes.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Random bot. Set are there bosses in COD Zombies?
Yeah, this is one of them right here. The Abomination.
3 heads. Still out there.
Exfil window is opening.
Random bot. Set AFK.
There's corpses over here. We got a whole squad of the maggot mouth.
Rotator cuff's gonna be jacked up by the time it's over.
Double points.
Alright, come on.
Max ammo. Tear them to pieces.
Where the hell my axe went?
Exfil is no longer available.
Come on.
Knock your block clean off. The corpse is over here. Keep coming. I got nowhere to be but here.
Bonus points.
Dead meat, buddy.
Said later in this video you want to check out. Sorry if I am telling, asking you so many things.
Nah, you're good. Hell, I got 6 more rounds, and I'll be seeing what that game is.
Send everyone you got. I ain't leaving till you're all in the dirt.
Insta kill.
Oh, another one.
Sleep with the worms.
Double points.
God, no. Get it.
You need to hit the exit button when you're ready.
Got him. Come on, 4 more rounds.
clean off. Well, this day just started looking up.
Oh. Get the
Freight
fuck.
train.
Random bot. Said an electric three-headed abomination. The devs of this game definitely had some traumas, but they made it fire.
Ah, man, I don't have a self-revive now. Why did I go in there? Oh, and I lost my perk too? Yeah, that sucks. And I don't have enough to buy it again. Yeah, this is where it goes south.
Exit window closed.
Man, swing fast no more. What the heck? What the heck? Oh my goodness. Well, that ain't no good. Yes, I was freaking 4 freaking rounds from it too.
You done. They're not gonna stop following you unless if you make distance. Nighttime, you can barely see. Like, you can't see. It's like the darkness of your microphone. Yeah, it's dark. I mean, if you want to put a challenge on it, go ahead, but it's hard.
Random bot.
Get everything?
Said the map is 3 times as big than Red Dead 2's map.
Huh.
It's not about the map. It's about the animals. You got T-Rexes, Triceratops, Raptors. Waters are even dangerous. You got Megalodons. Got what is this? Chocolate.
Yeah, I can give it a go.
Oh no.
So which one is which?
Random bot. Said I alert you that it's very, very hard.
You said there's a Ascended. Oh, survival Ascended.
Random
So
bot. Said by Ascended.
yeah. Let's see how this one works out.
Bro, I'm mad that we haven't heard release on Monday, bro. I'm actually mad.
Random bot. Said Ascended gives you all DLCs for free plus moldable, but I tell you one thing, it is very heavy.
I see that. God dog it.
Random bot. Said moddable Euro.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this do what it does for a little bit, and I'll check back on it here in a bit.
Random bot. Said bro, why do I keep messing up at writing I meant modded?
Oh, and take out. I might have that one.
Let's see.
Hi everyone and welcome.
Life insurance that fits your budget.
Ark Survival Ascended is Ark reimagined in Unreal Engine 5, adding better graphics, more in-game content, and babies, which is cool because I like killing babies. In Ark, of course. I'm going to be giving myself 100 days to beat all 3 of the island's guardian bosses on Alpha and then defeat the Alpha Overseer solo. Day 1, I spawned in on a random beach in the southwestern part of the island. With Ark Survival Ascended being new and improved, my character got up with a getting to my feet animation. But anyways, I gathered my bearings after having my eardrums blown out by quite possibly the loudest intro to a game of all time.
Oh my god, it's very loud. It's getting louder.
So after adjusting a few of my settings and trying to pull myself back together, it was all thrown out the window because an Ichthyornis immediately started to attack me. Don't worry, even though Ark Survival Ascended looks like a completely different game, it's still Ark under all that makeup because there is no mercy for the weak here. Okay, after getting away from that ichthy and turning off motion blur because you're a demon if you play with that, I began to admire how beautiful this island now was. But after fixing my mouth from how jaw-dropping the landscape was, I remembered I need to get to work or I'm gonna get eaten out here. So I began picking some resources from nearby bushes and I got my first level up. And that of course stopped me dead in my tracks because I had to admire this new user interface. Anyway, I unlocked some necessary tool engrams like a stone hatchet and spear before picking more resources from bushes, picking up some rocks and planting my first trees to craft my first stone pickaxe. And I then proceeded to bring out my inner Steve and do some mining for flint. But I noticed that rock sound effects kind of sounded different.
Not gonna lie, I know I'll get used to the sounds, but they sound a little weird like right now. They sound like delayed almost.
Anyway, screw those rocks, I began hitting a tree with my pickaxe, which is wrong in so many universes, but it allowed me to get a thatch I needed to craft a stone hatchet. And after crafting my hatchet, I used it to farm some more wood and craft my first spear. I need to kill something to get hide so I can keep moving forward because you need hide for basically any weapon or armor. So after getting distracted by this floor turtle,
Dude, the old glitches still came.
I took my first life on this new island by killing a dodo with a spear to the back of the head. He was the first, but he certainly won't be the last. So after harvesting that dodo with my hatchet to get a whopping 6 hide, I moved about 5 feet down the beach and killed another dodo first try with my spear. First try.
You didn't see that.
I killed the dodo and got the hide, that's all you need to know. I then crossed the river and killed a few more dodos for another sad amount of hide, before unlocking some more essential engrams and traveling down the beach to discover my first naturally spawning babies in Vanilla Ark. You can actually claim these babies that you find in the wild if you kill their parents and make it a forced adoption, but I didn't feel like raising baby dodos was worth my time right now, so I kept moving. I was heading towards the red obelisk because I have to see it for myself in that lumen, making the surrounding area look amazing. And I also crafted myself some cloth armor and made my way through some bodies of water that looked amazing and luckily didn't have any piranhas that could get me. But finally, after some time, I made it just below the red obelisk and took one last minute to admire on how good this new Ark looks before getting my head down to grind. So after leaving the obelisk, I farmed myself up a campfire to keep me fed as food was starting to become an issue from all that walking. I wanted to find a place to set up a little base of operations, but I didn't know where yet. The island was so similar yet so different, so I didn't know where was safe and where wasn't. But I eventually made my way up to the small pond with a waterfall feeding into it, and I found myself an explorer note.
Shut up. I don't want it to read it to me.
But besides the great experience it gave me, there was also some giant bees that came out of the floor with it, and they weren't too happy with my presence. And for some reason, the explorer note also reads itself to you. And it took me like 2 solid minutes to figure out how to turn the voice off because I'm not here to get the full Ark lore. I'm here to beat the map and teabag over the Overseer's dead body. So anyways, I found this little island where I felt safe to stay for a little bit. So I did some quick farming and crafted myself a thatch foundation, which looks more like a thatch block, but it works. And I also placed my campfire down to get some food cooking. And another feature I noticed that was added being the amount of time it'll run before it needs to be refueled. Finally, I decided to tame a parasaur by the end of the day. And there was a level 44 walking around nearby like a teacher walking around the class when you're taking a test. Anyway, I crafted up a bola and a club and proceeded to violate the poor dude until she was catching Z's in the dirt. She didn't take too long to tame and I named her Perry when she woke up because you just got it. It's your first parasaur. But now it's time for me to craft Perry a saddle, and that's going to be difficult as I need hide, and with low harvest rates it's not going to be that easy with primitive tools. But I decided crafting a bow and some arrows would be the best route, so that's what I did. And I then proceeded to take the lives of 2 parasaurs for a saddle for my own. It was a small price to pay in the name of progress. But now that I have this saddle, I'm ready to take over the Ark, or just get another explorer note and leave to find a better place to build as there isn't a drop of metal around me. Metal will be the root of everything in the mid to late game, so finding it as soon as I can is very vital. But traversing this island with these dense forests and the bigger amounts of foliage will prove very difficult. But this is the last time I'll say this though. Seriously, this game looks amazing, especially at night with the red light coming from the obelisk bouncing off the clouds and the water. Wildcard, I have to give it to you, you did good here. Before we move on real quick, I just want to say that I just launched my YouTube members. I don't have a sponsor for this video, so it'd mean a lot if you guys check them out and support me financially to help me keep making these videos. You'll get a few cool things like emojis, behind the scenes content, and a ton of other stuff, so check it out for me, and I'm gonna quit yapping now. Finally, day 2. I survived all of day 1 without dying in my most vulnerable state, so let's try and keep it that way. I was still wandering eastwards in search of a big metal deposit or a decently nice place to live at that, and I was also crafting bolas all the way to protect myself from raptors, which are my primary threat right now. And luckily it did, because not even 5 minutes later I encountered my first raptor, and I managed to bola it, but I was about to run away when I decided,
You know what? I can kill it. Screw it. We're growing balls. We're growing balls.
it died in literally 2 arrows, so I don't know what I was that afraid of. But anyways, after harvesting its hide, I jumped back on my parasaur parasaur and began moving eastward, once again exploring a spot that used to be flat and barren.
I swear this all used to be open land. Did they just add trees up here?
And I was also using the new map to keep me on track. It has been completely reworked from Ark Survival Evolved. It's now a pop-up that fills the center of your screen, showing where you are in a detailed image of your surroundings. Another good change, I would say. But later on, I was attacked by a combination of raptors, troodons, and titan soldier bugs. Basically, I was attacked by the spawn of Satan himself. But I managed to get away pretty much unscathed, but that didn't stop me from freaking out while I was actually under attack.
No!
But to my surprise, when I made it to the top of the hill I was attacked on, there were a bunch of metal nodes and even some crystal nodes. So I decided to set up a little base of operations for a while to get myself on my feet and to keep me on them. I farmed up 4 of the new thatch foundations and placed them down before trying to figure out how the thatch wall and door frame work. You see, these two structures used to be separate, but they stuck them together, and hitting R on the keyboard makes you toggle to them to which structure you actually want. It took me a while to figure out, but once I finally did, I crashed. Yeah, that was a real slap in the face.
I think it just crashed my game. I think pressing R just crashed my game.
So this isn't that ideal, but I'll just log back in, and nope. When I logged back in, I was back on the other side of the island. You see, in single player now, there is a save game button that you have to hit to save your progress every once in a while. I'm not sure if there is an autosave feature, but if there is one, it obviously wasn't in effect between now and then. Anyway, I decided I wasn't going to go through all that pain again, so I decided to craft a raft and sail halfway around the map up northeast and eventually make my way to the hidden lake to build my base. And I had pretty much all that I needed to craft a raft, so I just hit a few trees and set sail to my new home. Hopefully traveling like this will be a lot more peaceful. And I also had a campfire cooking me some food on the raft at the same time, so I was killing 2 ichthyes with 1 slingshot. Sunrise was finally upon me as I was peacefully sailing, and I was also watching the map get filled out as I went. Oh! Perry!
Alright, let's just get close to shore. We're fine, we're not panicking. We're not panicking. No, we're panicking. It just killed my room.
I managed to survive the ordeal, and so did Perry, and we swam to shore, but it was still a traumatic experience. And of course, it started raining, but I couldn't even be mad because of how good the weather looked. But after that, I made my way up on a cliff, and there was actually a blue drop waiting for me. So yeah, on top of drops getting a new design, it looks like the loot tables were also buffed, because that was red drop loot quality right there on back on Ark Survival Evolved, and I'm all for it here.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Anyway, I continued down the beach, checking out different landscapes as I went, and eventually I got scammed by a blue drop that I had to kill a ton of piranhas for. But that was all pushed aside when I found a literal unicorn.
There's literally a unicorn right here. There is one of these on the map.
So obviously I had to tame it, as the unicorn is very rare. I did have to use mayho berries, but it was only level 5, so it wasn't too bad. But anyways, after I finally tamed the unicorn, I farmed up another raft by killing diamonds for a hide, killing bushes and trees for their resources. But I was now on the east coast of the island, so I only had to sail a little bit farther and I would be at the hidden lake. And it was all going splendidly until I passed the swamp.
What are... Oh my god. Pass. No! I gotta push it off, baby. Oh, come on, man. I'm saving sprinkles. Maybe I'm not saving sprinkles. No! Oh, I'm dead. No!
Yeah, I lost everything. I mean, I could get my stuff back, which is what I was trying to do, but it still sucks. So after dying a few more times, I actually did manage to make it back and snag my loot and hop on my raft before the Sarko was able to get to me. And I was now headed to the northeastern part of the map with no tames and basically no gear. Welcome to Ark. Anyways, I finally made landfall a few minutes later towards the end of the day, and I immediately killed some of the local dodos to establish my dominance and for their hide. And I then crafted myself a sleeping bag, a campfire to keep me warm, and a mortar and pestle to craft some narcotics for future taming. And I spent the rest of the night hunkered down on the raft trying to stay warm and watching the Aurora Borealis overhead in the night sky. I crafted a few more trank arrows in the morning of day 3 just in case I run into anything I want to tame. And after that I turned around and there was a level 20 parasaur straight chilling there like 10 feet away from me. Now if you remember from like 30 seconds ago, my parasaur got eaten. So I quickly knocked out and tamed this one. Even though it's horrible, it's still way better than having no parasaur. And after killing a few more local weaklings, I had it saddled. It's like Perry was never gone in the first place. Except I named this parasaur Jerry because it would be weird if I made another one Perry. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I then quickly farmed some more narco berries with Jerry to make even more narcotics, and I then farmed some arrows and bullets to get ready for the great expedition to the hidden lake. I mean, I only had to run through like 30 seconds worth of jungle, but I wanted to be prepared for anything in there. So after a little motivation from my stream chat and a prayer to the Ark gods, I made the journey to the hidden lake.
Here's the path. Alright, is this it? We've made it. Oh my god, guys, look at this.
But even with how pretty it was, it still wasn't safe from the wildlife, as some raptors were running rampant. I tried to bolo them to put them down, but I'm actually horrible with Ebola, and this happened instead.
I just boloed my own parasaur.
But eventually, I made it up on a little cliff where I thought it was near impossible for stupid dinos to get me, but I would learn differently later. So anyway, I began settling in and making some foundations to start building my base, and that is until level 30 raptor ran up to me. Instead of killing it, I decided to bola it and knock it out and tame it. It wasn't very strong, but it was fast, and that could be useful if I need to get away from anything. And later on, I was down by the lake looting a blue drop and harvesting a dead raptor until I heard quite possibly the scariest sound a beach bog like myself can hear.
What? I just heard an owl. I just heard an owl.
That, my friends, was an Allosaurus roar, but I didn't see any allos, so I went back up to the cliff where I thought I was safe and got back to work. But later on, when I was back down by the lake again, checking out a yellow drop I couldn't open because I wasn't high enough level, I spotted them. There were 2 allos massacring literally everything in their path. So I ran back up to the cliff I was based on, whistled followed on my raptor, and booked it out of the southern entrance to the hidden lake.
You're joking. Stop following me. Stop following me. No.
So it turns out there was a third allo wandering around the cliffs of the hidden lake, and it literally jumped on me through a tree to get to me. It managed to kill Jerry, but I somehow managed to pull a fast one on it and get back to my raptor, whistle follow on it, and then run into the jungle to hide. I found this little crevice where I decided to leave my raptor while I try and farm enough hide to craft a saddle so I could leave and find a safer place to be for a while. Little did I know this is gonna be one of the biggest mistakes of my life. But anyways, I started making my rounds of the nearby area, killing what dinos I could on foot with Ebola and some arrows, until I decided to try and knock out 2 raptors with the last 2 bolas I had. But turns out there were 3 raptors and I only had 2 bolas. But somehow I managed to avoid the raptors' attacks, and I put over 10 trank arrows into it before I knocked it unconscious, and then I died to the other 2 raptors. So basically it was a mission failed successfully. But for the next 20 minutes it was just me getting arced. So I'll keep it short. I spent like 10 minutes trying to get back to my gear and tame the raptor, but I died multiple times until one time I finally succeeded. And I then left my newly tamed raptor inside the entrance to the hidden lake to keep it safe while I farmed the 9 more hide I needed to make it saddle. But as I was about to start harvesting the parasaur I killed to do so, the allos from earlier inside the lake managed to pathfind around the cliff edge, up the ramp, and to exactly where I was and kill me before I got the hide. Yeah, so I think this is a good time to mention. Ark Survival Ascended also introduced better dino pathfinding AI, so they aren't nearly as stupid as they once were. So no more getting a dino that you want to tame stuck on rocks instead of making a trap, because it's gonna find its way to you if it's the last thing that stupidly smart dino AI will do. But anyways, after dying to the allos, I died once again using myself as bait to get them away from my body, and I then grabbed my items using the map to guide me exactly to where I died. I then made my way back to the raptor to the entrance of the hidden lake, and there was a level 20 Pteranodon waiting for me, and of course I killed it, and it gave me just enough hide to craft my saddle and get out of there. And at this point my original raptor was dead because a Carno found it, but I decided to go set up a base on the very edge of the map on a cliff where I only have to defend one side. I made sure the area was safe, and I began setting up some thatch foundations, a mortar and pestle, a campfire, and a storage box. I wanted to put all my non-essential gear in the box while I go on a metal run and hold as much metal as I can on the raptor. But I first decided to farm some rocks to get small amounts of metal to make a forge, then a smithy, and then a metal pickaxe to maximize the amount of metal I can actually farm. So I got to it. I did the typical farming, killing, more farming, and baby claiming. Yep, you heard it right. That trike I just killed was the parent to this little baby, and I claimed it. And of course I named it Baby Trike. He is gonna be my berry farmer once he's all grown up, as I don't have one right now because once again it got eaten. Anyway, I finished my farming and